black people not being able to swim. I hate.
Okay, this one right here, I'm not gonna lie. This one is, it's a little bit true. Bro, who goes to pools anymore? Bing. Welcome back. Today's react, we're looking at Grading Black Stereotypes Because I'm Black Part 2 by K Commentary. So we're gonna see how many of these apply to me. Y'all already know what to do. It's right there. I got a Twitch here too.
Me grading Black Stereotypes Part 2, so y'all enjoy. We're gonna start with black people being fatherless.
All right. I got my dad, first of all. That's all I gotta say. So this one does not apply to me at all.
Being fatherless isn't something that I can relate to personally, but I'm gonna put it this way to stress how crazy this shit is, because we are already off to a bad start. In a room full of 10 black people in the US, 5 of y'all niggas leaning towards sits have no father involvement in your life. What's worse is that around 65% of us niggas are single parented. I don't know what it is about black people and simply being there for their child, but we apparently suck at it. My young black kings.
Not me. I don't be there for my children. I'm gonna be there for my kids. I'm not doing all that nonsense, bro. That's some crazy junk.
Queens out there. This is your chance.
I don't know how people can actually do that, to be honest.
We got the black stereotype of black people not being able to swim. I hate.
Okay, this one right here, I'm not gonna lie. This one is, it's a little bit true. Bro, who goes to pools anymore? Who goes to beaches? Bro, most of the states don't even got beaches. Nobody goes to pools no more. Nobody goes to beaches. Nobody's learning how to swim. I bet you, I put like $1,000. No, that's crazy. $1,000 is crazy. I put a good bet that at least 50% of white people too can't swim. Like, bro, like if you don't go to the pool, you don't go to the beach, how you gonna know how to swim? How you gonna know how to swim? Nobody goes to the pool no more. Oh yeah, I forgot to say I don't know how to swim. I know how to stay up a little bit. I know how to float just a little bit. But if you keep me in the water for more than let's say you drop me in the middle of the ocean, 30, 40 minutes pass by, I'm dying. That's it. That's it.
Parents over the years, so we'll break them down one by one real quick. Starting with, I'm not one of your little friends. First of all, if you heard this, just know you was coming with mad attitude toward your parents.
How is that a stereotype? What does that have to do with a stereotype? That's a phrase. There's a phrase a parent says. That's not a stereotype. White people don't know about all that.
Watch your next words carefully, because your ass will be ravaged if you jack in the same energy. Safe to say, if you are black, you have definitely heard this at least a couple times.
I've heard it for sure.
Next on the script is, you better.
I've heard it for sure. You better stop crying before I give you something to cry about. I definitely heard that one.
Stop crying before I give you something to cry about. If you were a kid that would cry after every sort of thing, you were sure to hear this. Now, me personally,
hey, I didn't cry after every sort of thing. I don't know what this man talking about. Don't put that on me. I'm not you. Don't do that.
I have never heard this, because not to toot my own horn here, but I was non-problematic as a child. My only problem with this one is the fact that this shit is dumb as fuck, because it's like, did you not just give niggas something to cry about? Moving on to the next phrase, we got, do you got McDonald's money? Honestly, with this phrase, you could just put, do you got blank, and then put money at the end of it.
I feel like that's everybody,
I think this one's pretty universal.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's universal.
If I'm being honest. I actually do plan to say this to my future children down the line, not because I won't be rich and successful, but because I'll be cheap. If we really put it into perspective, McDonald's is probably cheaper than some of the full course meals your mama be cooking at home. Now, given the reason your parents probably be telling you this all the time is because they were tired of you asking all the time, or because there was simply food at home. Speaking of food at home, we have food at home. This is what I'm a little critical of, because if I asked for something or wanted to eat something and my mom said this, no offense to my mother, but your food simply wasn't up to my standards. I take back everything I just said. I realize I'm a broke college student on a dining plan eating the same food here every damn day, so mom, do not quote me on that. Last of the black stereotypical phrases we're gonna go over is, I brought you into this world and I can take you out of it. First of all, that's murder. And the minute this bullshit comes out of your mouth, I have full authority to call the cops and have you arrested under a misdemeanor charge. Deadass, you are talking about killing your seed. And best believe these be the same ones talking about they'd kill for their child. I'm gonna give this stereotype a 9 out of 10 because the last race ruined everything above it. Moving on, we got black people make everything about race. Now I am absolutely
maybe a little bit. It's more like, if it sounds like it's going towards the race, we're gonna make it about race. That's it.
Absolutely not biased, but this is 100% true. I swear the niggas that do this be so quick to do it too. They get talked to a certain way by a random ass Karen at the mall, racially profiling. They be doing BS like this too, saying that shit. They don't get enough of the Chipotle bowl, it's because they're black. and not because the nigga behind the counter doesn't give you a random number of portions. Mind you, these niggas give you the same spoonful. These niggas can't control what falls out the spoon or how much is in the spoon. I might also add that these niggas did give me food poisoning right after saying this. And you know how black parents get. You can't move from a certain spot till they're done talking, can't fidget, don't move a muscle. Matter of fact, don't even
whatsoever, bro. Any movement can add an extra minute onto that convo, bro. I swear.
For real, so you'll be in that car for a lot longer than you want to. Don't take me.
Facts, bro.
Back to those times, bro. I personally hated the college process, but that's a separate video for another day. We're gonna give this stereotype a 10 out of 10 because I have personal bias to it and because I would figure many of y'all can relate. We got a few more things to tackle here, so stay with me. Next on the agenda, we have black people not changing the batteries in the smoke alarm.
Bro, I'm pretty sure that thing has gone off at least once during this whole video. It's gonna go off. Go ahead. Go ahead. It doesn't want to do it, only does it randomly, but I'm sure it's gone off. I've never changed it. I've always thought about changing it ever since I've been seeing a lot of these, you know what he said on the screen right here. But I've never done it. You'll hear it at some point during this video, I'm sure.
I personally didn't know this was a black people thing, and my black card will not be revoked because of that. You see, this is a stupid ass thing because one, this is like a thing that's made to genuinely help you be aware.
Yes, it is.
Two,
yes,
it only backs with the statement that black people are cheap. Only second to Jews though. It might not even be a problem that they don't want to buy batteries, although I know tons of niggas that's simply the reason for it. But it also might be because we are some lazy ass niggas, which
really
I
lazy,
beg
bro.
differ, but I
got
can only speak for myself. I can't speak for the rest of y'all niggas. Not to mention that here there's also a double side to this one when niggas saying the smoke alarm always be going off in the black households. This one's gonna get a 4 out of 10 for me. I'm not even sure what to call this next one, so I guess we're gonna
10. It's pretty high. Why would that be a low rating?
I'm gonna go with simply
is it not supposed to be higher?
Black. Genuine question. How are you supposed to sound black? Nah, like
honestly, yeah. I don't get that one either.
There is no possible way.
Like, bro, people will always say I sound white. I talk white when I'm at school. I don't understand it. I don't get it, but whatever.
They sound black, nigga. If we're basing it on what most niggas would think a black person sounds like, I'd assume it's having a deep voice. In which case, every nigga with a deep voice, I guess, supposedly sounds black. And then there's a whole requisite to if you don't sound black, saying the N-word doesn't sound right. Wait, hold on a second. What was that? I see, my fault. I just found out I don't sound black, so I can't say nigga no more.
What do you mean? This man, he sound pretty black to me.
Animosity for this
I didn't even know
you.
I know you did say at the beginning, but hey, whatever.
Let me rephrase. I have some personal animosity for a lot of people that said I didn't sound black. What's even worse about this is that you got human beings that were white saying this too. I'd love to hear what a couple of Connors and Johns have to say about sounding black, and the credentials to sounding black too, wouldn't y'all? Negative 6 out of 10. Second to last thing we're gonna critique. Black music. What qualifies as black music?
That's that booty meat.
I just got flashbang, bro. Straight mooned. What's this?
No.
That's embarrassing.
Are you crip walking? No. You could put practically everything rap related in here because our Renaissance kind of put that genre on the map if we're being real. But that's a take for a future video, so we're not gonna get into that. Black music is everything essentially getting you invited to the cookout. If you play some music that makes auntie in the back stand up at the cookout, 9 times out of 10, you playing something with the credentials of being black. Either that or some fire ass Punjab music or Latin, because everyone likes their daily dose of... In fact,
I've never heard the full song to that, like, whatsoever.
For today, that's a wet.
I don't think I've ever even heard the words. Just the instrumental.
Theme for y'all who don't know. On a serious note though, the Super Bowl performance by Kendrick taught us a lot about what black music truly is. If you need to look somewhere for an example of black music, look no further than that show. Everyone who was black was on their feet celebrating that spectacle of a show, especially after the messages that were given throughout the performance. This will be the only part of the video where I dropped some actual wisdom, unless I did already and I'm forgetting. In any case, listen up. Black music isn't characterized by the genre or even the artist creating it. It's characterized by the message delivered by the music performed. And
yeah, honestly, honestly.
in the case of the halftime show, I think we can all agree in saying that it was. I'm gonna give this one a 5.5 out of 10 because I think we're slowly starting to come to this realization.
Yeah.
I hope. Last thing we're going to mention here, the black stereotype of saying they're invited to the cookout. Be invited to the cookout.
Bro, they give anybody the invite to the cookout. Bro, cookouts barely even happen for real. Bro, if it's your friend, you invited them to that cookout. Nobody's really just gonna be like, no, this guy can't come.
Means
like,
you are given a subscription of being black, or I guess a part of the family on some mafia type shit. The only way you're out is if you do some fuckery. In that case, we gotta turn you on some mafia type shit. To get in, I feel like you gotta meet a couple standards for yourself. One, you gotta bring vibes that black people can get down with. Otherwise, I'm sorry, it just ain't gonna work out. Two, you gotta be able to dance. If you can dance, and I mean like get on the dance floor and vibe with the rest of the aunties, because if you can't do that, then you just one of those African Americans standing in the corner.
I mean, that's more like a party thing. You're just doing that at a cookout. Unless my cookout's just not as cool as y'all cookouts. I don't know. Is my cookout lame?
Which, as we know, is frowned upon. And three, you gotta eat and love eating the food. If you can't do this, then we can't get.
Bro, there is no person coming to a cookout that is not gonna love the food at the cookout. If they hate the food at your cookout, your cooking is just trash. It's like impossible. That's like the best foods. You got the ribs, you got the sausages. Pause. You got the burgers. You got all that, the mac and cheese, all that stuff out there. How is that gonna taste bad? If that tastes bad, the food just bad. You can't blame the person you invited for the food tasting bad.
Give you your card, so I can't stress this enough. This one gets an 8 out of 10 from me, and on that note, I'm gonna play my reason to finishing the video with this stereotype.
Position 1. Alright, I'm gonna go eat some food.